car and
Oh, we're live.
Otto Sergey.
Otto Sergey.
Yeah. Are we live?
We are live.
So I just noticed I've got Otto Sergey going on in my eye.
So you guys might have noticed we're not on the mountain. But it's not because we kicked off or anything. It's because we've just been having a few technical difficulties. So we're back in the hotel, the lovely hotel, the Arbengazin. I think that's correct.
Albergin, yeah.
Yes, we've just enjoyed an amazing meal, and we just reflect back over what today's been like, because it has been a really good sculpting day. So even though we've had tech problems, the actual sculpture's coming on really, really well. I'm going to share some photos with you guys in a moment on that, but just reflections.
Well,
Reflections, those of them.
I've got to remember to put more springs in my shoes because I've fallen off the sculpture twice today.
Yeah, those were quite spectacular falls, but you didn't actually hurt yourself on either occasion.
No,
in fact, you made more of a hurt where you actually tripped over your spade and pulled your...
pulled my hamstrings.
Yeah. So the two spectacular falls were actually quite spectacular.
Yes, I just sort of snow slipped from under me and I fell 3 meters. But thankfully I landed onto a pile of snow. And I guess all the yoga's paid off.
Yeah, the yoga's definitely paid off. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I can also agree that Emma was right. My shoulder does ache. So maybe that wasn't the best of ideas. But you know what? Just when we see the result on Sunday, I know it's just going to make it all feel so much better anyway. So, and we've had so many amazing people come up and just comment on the sculpture and asking about what's going on with it. It's been such a friendly kind of environment. It's been lovely.
Yeah. Yes, it has. There's been they put a barrier up this morning, asked us where they wanted to put it up so the piece machine could still work. And we're doing that, and that's giving us space away from the public. But they've all been lining up along the barrier and asking us what they're doing and waving. Apparently somebody's going to bring us a case of beer tomorrow. So
we'll see if that happens.
Yeah. And the organisers told everybody in the mountain what we're doing, who we are, because I haven't had this before. And in the restaurant, they've just been told to give us whatever we get or ask for, which is it's nice. It's really nice. Yeah. So just getting looked after, and it's been appreciated by the people that are doing it, organise it and helping us. And it makes things more worthwhile for us when you're dealing with people that are appreciative of you.
Yeah, and speaking of appreciating people, we've had the best piston bully driver we've ever had. I mean, this guy, he took it to an art form, literally. He was like inching it a bit here, taking it up a bit there. He was pulling it back. He knew when to push the snow, when to pull the snow so it didn't fracture. It was a ballet with a giant machine.
It was, we've been doing this for nearly 25 years and we've never seen a driver like this.
Yeah.
And this guy was awesome. And Mike was trying to communicate with him with Google Translate it to German. Then he realized the guy was Serbish. So he translated it to Google Translate Croatian, which is Serbish language.
To Serbish, yeah.
And then he said, oh, he's married to a Serbish woman. So the guy jumps out the cab to speak to me, Serbski. And I might as well say 9. I can't speak a word of Serbish for to save my life. Dobar dan, lako noći.
At least 2 more words than I can. But it was just over the moon, though, that I'd recognise when he was saying these songs about being Serbish in German, a little bit of German. And I just changed to Google Translate for Serbish. And as soon as he saw that, I was like, that's great, it's fantastic. But yeah, absolutely fantastic driver.
Brilliant driver.
He probably, I guess, we would have saved 2 to 3 hours of digging just from the work that he did.
Yeah, and we've got him again. So we've carved out. We've spoken to Barbara, the organizer. She's thinking of possibly speaking to her boss to organize more of this for the future years, which would be really cool if we happen to be the people that have got this ball rolling. That'd be even better.
Yeah, I mean, it's such an exciting kind of opportunity there. But but we've talked about it a lot. Let's show people a few things that's kind of been happening. So if I add to this the good old shared screen, I'm going to just literally share the photos here so you guys can see what's going on. He says, I'm feeling a bit tired if you'll noticed. So here we go. Right, so we've got all sorts of bits of footage that we've kind of taken from coming up the mountain this morning, which was a really nice kind of gentle ride up the cable car. You can see the Galzig cable car station at the top. We're on Mount Galzig here. That kind of, oh, there you go. You can see it in great, glorious Technicolor and everything. This was Barbara just showing us where the snow pile was. A nice big smiling face and good welcome from the team there. And as I said, she's just arranged everything with everybody. It's just been absolutely fantastic.
Brilliant backdrop.
Yeah, so this is the backdrop that people are going to be seeing. So literally, they're going to come out. They're going to see the St. Anton here, and then behind the St. Anton sign, rather than us having to create mountains, there are mountains there, including their famous one, which is going to be a great one for having it in the background. That's me trying to remember where I put the camera for later. So it's a really nice spot to be carving in. The sun was absolutely glorious, so we've literally been in shirt sleeves for the afternoon while we've been kind of working away. It's been hot work. As we've been doing it, I would have guessed the steam would have been rising off us at certain times. I know you were commenting about your feet feeling incredibly hot and sweaty.
Yeah.
So it's been a really good day, great day for carving. Apparently, we're going to have 2 more days like this, which is good. It does mean, for example, the snow's harder in the morning, which would be great for kind of getting those finishing touches, and then softer in the afternoon for blasting and things. So we've got that kind of advantage. And it is absolutely picture postcard beautiful, you know, with the kind of pictures you see on the back of a chocolate box. Maybe not me and Justin, but certainly the scenery around it. And we've literally spent a lot of time with the Piston Bully guy, a good couple of hours, getting as much soft snow as we can. I took this photo because just to give you guys an idea, this guy is driving this machine, and literally the edge of the mountain is less than half a meter away, and he was teetering on the edge all the way around this, which was just superb. But again, we've never seen a driver with so much control, so much precision. It was just absolutely fantastic.
So yeah, so where you can see the Piston Bully
edge of the blade.
Edge of the blade, you can see the people that appear as though they're skiing on the blade. That's because there's a cliff face stroke mountain just drops straight off, and that's where I might not be going if I'm going to stopped.
Yeah, that's not to say safety rule number 1, as soon as Justin fell off the snow sculpture for the first time, was to make sure you fall forwards of the sculpture, not backwards from now on. Because literally it was a sheer drop. We've got the guy to kind of level out a little bit for us, so at least we've got a little bit of safety just in case we do fall off it. But it left us with a great kind of finish. We got pretty much a rectangular block, which is what we're looking for. This block, as you see it now, is around about 9 meters long. It's 4 meters high. We're going to be using all about a good 8 to 9 meters in length and probably a good 2.5 meters of the height of it. So it's going to be a really good kind of size when we finished it, and hopefully be a striking kind of piece. It was interesting, we were talking about this earlier, where there's only really one key face to this sculpture.
It's the front.
It is the front. So if you can imagine people coming straight off the cable cars, starting to ski in front of the restaurant, the first thing they will see is the St. Anton sign in sculpted snow, and then the backdrop of all the mountains. So it's gonna, hopefully it's going to be an absolutely striking piece, something that people really enjoy.
Well, hopefully we get the letters cut out. They stand freestanding, so the background light of the sun shines through. And then where the snowflake of the St. Anton Albo logo is, we're going to carve it out a little bit like we did Lily's umbrella last year, and let the light come through.
Yeah, so this is going to be a real interesting sculpture, and again, it's going to have different pieces of depth as well, because as we kind of going through this, we're pondering how we're going to make the letters stand out, how we're going to make the snowflake stand out, and again, we're still playing with those ideas as to how we're exactly going to do it. But I think we've got a really good, well, you've got a really good plan. I'm just shoveling snow at the end of the day.
Making the videos, mate.
And making the videos. Making a mess of the videos at the moment. But we'll get them right. So yeah, absolutely stunning day. We did manage to knock over the ski this way sign. So we kind of propped up against the sculpture, and we've used it for all sorts of things for measuring and to find out how level how sculpture is and things. So yeah, it's great to use the materials you have around you as well. But yeah, absolutely stunning, fabulous place. This is, we're looking at how we're going to cut in the main part of the terracing to actually see whereabouts the line was going to be. And again, this is a very key cut because this is visually what everyone's going to be looking at. It marks the kind of boundary between where the top of the Alberg words on the right hand side of the sculpture are, and then where the bottom of the St. Anton words are to the left. So again, that visually correct was kind of very crucial.
Yeah, and that should make an awesome reflective tabletop above the Alberg, and then a nice tabletop for the St. Anton to sit on, and the star in the middle. Star, snowflake.
Snowflake, yep. Pentagon, diamond, whatever it's going to be.
Yeah.
So a really, really successful, lovely day. We literally were working all the way down till sundown. We almost missed the cable car on the way back down. But yeah, very, very nice, very beautiful day. Really enjoyed it. Any comment about the tree?
Yeah, it's like a bronze tree, and it's got loads of lights on it, and I suspect they light at some point, but just from that angle with the sun shining through it, that was nice enough to take a photograph.
It was very nice to take a photograph. And it's interesting as well, because that's a bronze tree. You've worked in bronze before.
Yeah.
Of one of the many different materials you've sculpted in.
Well, the Swedish sculpture was from a bronze maquette that I made when I was, 18?
Yep.
19 years old. And to think that I made that piece in 1992, and the sculpture itself is still relevant, 30 odd years later. It's a timeless abstract form. So yeah,
nice one. So hopefully you've enjoyed this slightly different version of the Sculpting Lives this year. We will see if we can get ourselves back on the mountain and doing the lives there. However, if we can't, what we'll do is we'll probably do the same as done tonight. We'll just bring some nice photographs and really show you and share some of those kind of moments that we've had. We might not be able to capture all the mishap moments, but the other technical issue we've had is with the time-lapse camera. So I'm going to try and fix that tonight.
I don't know if I can show everyone. So it looks like there's a fire near the bar that's over there. If I can lift this up and bring it there, it's actually a fire outside in the snow for people to sit and smoke around.
Yeah, I haven't put the laptop on the fire either. It's just the reflection of the reflection of the reflection.
Which is ridiculous decadence because they're basically heating the planet over that little fire.
Well, we thought actually it's for people who are going out there smoking, which is again
keep
nice
them warm.
Keep them warm, or use it as a giant lighter. One of the two. Not so sure. Anyway, we'll catch up with you guys in the morning. We'll let you know how things have matured overnight. Probably not us, but certainly the sculpture. And
it's good night from him and good night from me, Otto Sergey.
Otto Sergey. All right. Bye-bye for now.